Hey UConn Nation, it's KK Arnold here. If you're looking for the latest UConn women's basketball content, go subscribe to Listen Up to Phil and Ryan. Go Huskies!
Phil and Ryan, listen up. Thank you, KK, as the offseason continues for the defending national champion UConn Huskies. Listen Up talk continues right here on a beautiful Thursday, Ryan. In this video, we're going to break down transfer portal predictions. And I know you told me, Phil, they love to talk about this. This is arguably the best video of the offseason because it gives us a possible new face. And years ago, we didn't have anything called transfer portal, right? But now we do. And I know some of the big names being looked at, for instance, possibly coming to UConn, or maybe I heard a lot of discussion about Serah Williams, right? I heard a lot of talk about Laura Ziegler, and I heard a lot of talk about Gianna Neepkins. And mind you, all three of these names landed on ESPN's women's NCAA basketball transfer rankings for 25-26 season. And I believe that's the top 25 players on this list, Ryan. So when you look at this, what do you think? In my opinion, I think that they need another big down low, right? The UConn Huskies, that is. But in this video, we're going to break down everybody's comments. We can't wait to see the comment section in this video. But more importantly, in my opinion, who Ryan thinks the UConn Huskies should target. Because, Ryan, UConn Huskies with that rich program history, winning culture, to me, it doesn't matter who you pick on this list. Good chance they're coming to UConn.
Yeah, especially after winning the national championship, to be included in that championship culture, that's certainly what you expect when you come to UConn. But yeah, it's that time of the year. I mean, it already started right after the season, or right, even before the season ended. But this is always a really good video, and I think we needed to get it out today, no later, because I think we could be expecting some news here pretty soon. But there's been some big announcements and transfers already, most notably Tania Latson going to South Carolina, Olivia Miles committing to TCU, and Cody McMahon transferring to Ole Miss. But there's still plenty of big names out there for UConn to look at and decide who they want to target. Now, there's been rumors for almost 1 month now that UConn has been linked to 6'4" Wisconsin transfer Serah Williams. She's going to be entering her fourth and final season, but her previous three at Wisconsin were some of the best in Badgers history. She compiled just under 1,500 points and 800 rebounds in those 3 seasons. She has that tall frame inside that also helped the Huskies out defensively. And I think she would fit perfectly beside Sarah Strong in that starting lineup. Now, it would be a little unfortunate for Janelle Alfie and Ice Brady, who are going to continue to develop, but they would get less minutes if Williams does come to UConn. But I think they would still have roles, big roles off the bench, and they can continue to develop for one more year. Now, in terms of any other names, I haven't seen the Huskies specifically linked to anybody else or any sort of rumors floating around, but you still have names like Gianna Neepkins, really talented shooting guard from Utah, Malaysia Fulwiley, although I highly doubt that she'll come to UConn. And I think this could be an interesting name. 6'2" forward from St. Joseph's, Laura Ziegler. She had 20 double-doubles and 2 triple-doubles last year. She's a good rebounder, a scorer in the paint. I think she's gone under the radar and could be a huge pickup for someone, and especially UConn, who I think could use a really good forward down inside the paint.
Yeah, you said it right, Rye. And if you ask me, obviously that was a big pickup for South Carolina in Latson, landing Latson. Obviously, she landed at number 1 on this list. Now, as we know, Ryan doesn't really pay attention to them numbers beside of the names, right? And Ryan, I'd like to really see Serah Williams. My prediction is Serah Williams to UConn. That's what I'm predicting. Again, you have a 6'4" forward in Janiah Barker. So that's another name, Ryan, from UCLA. It's going to be interesting. And again, we bring out this video not to be like, aha, Ryan and I was right, but we bring it out to have that discussion, to hear you all. So like, comment, and subscribe. hit that subscribe button for us. It only takes 1 second. I know Ryan told me that subscribe number is jumping, so you're all going crazy with it, and it's the offseason, Ryan. Mind you, defending national champions. But hey, I had to tell you, Ryan, we can't wait to see the comment section because, again, a lot of talk around who is coming to UConn from the transfer portal. Serah Williams, I've been hearing a lot about her, but I think it's a lot more names to be considered than just Serah Williams. Let's jump over to comments, Ryan's favorite part of the show. And Electro Synth Classics 2002 said, in roughly 2 years, KK's endorsement is going to come directly before your analysis of her own WNBA draft pick. Nice pick, gentlemen. A good investment.
Yeah, I think we lucked out with that one. It's truly a blessing to to have her on the show multiple times now. Interviewed her before she even came to UConn, and of course she's been balling out her first 2 years with the Huskies. So it truly is a blessing to have her. Send that intro video to us. Met her multiple times. Her family, all wonderful people. So yeah, it's truly a blessing to have met her, and of course to have her do the intro video for us.
And we hope, Ryan, that she can join us again this summer and talk to us. A defending national champion talking to Ryan. Ryan, I didn't think that your ears just can't take that. You never thought that I was going to tell you that. Hey, let's go over to Lindsay Matthews. She said, I think Aubrey won a lot last night. And she's referring to the draft. She's going to be with 2 former Huskies, including Nafisa.
Yeah, and Kristen Williams and Dorka Juhas, so building a mini Husky squad in Minnesota. But I think it was a perfect landing spot for Aubrey. I'm so glad she was able to hear her name called. Wasn't so sure because because of the injury she suffered last year. Her being able to come back from that this year, I think was huge. And being able to contribute a little bit towards the end of the season. Didn't really see her that much during the playoffs. I'm not sure if she was trying to, rest up that ankle or leg. Gino maybe not wanting to risk any further injury before she went off to the pros. But I'm so glad that Aubrey gets the opportunity now to show off her talent at the highest level because she certainly did it all 5 years. I believe she was in UConn, and I'm so glad as well she gets to leave with a national championship ring.
How about one more, Ryan? Let's go over to, I like this one a lot. S. Cole said, literally teared up hearing Caitlin and Aubrey being called up to that podium. Beautiful moment. Congrats to them all.
Yeah, well, like I said, Caitlin and Aubrey were just kind of there to watch Paige get drafted. I don't think they didn't even expect their names to get called either. So I think that just made it even more special, and especially for Gino to be there and all the Husky teammates, and just for them to all celebrate that moment together. And Paige doing an interview in the back and hearing, I believe it was Aubrey's name being called. So it's just a special moment for everybody to celebrate, and now all of them get to play in the league and face off this year against each other. So it'd definitely be fun to keep track of that, and keep watching the WNBA this year.
We all have challenges. We have to face them, embrace them, defy them, and conquer them. Ryan, will there be a new face in UConn from this transfer portal? It's Phil and Rye on Listen Up.